silent with marble arms. It's stabled into the floor with charm. Its polished white, black sparkle through every chisel placed methodically tree. Underneath a stone canopy, enough cover for you and me. Up 3 stairs, look and see outside the people play and be. The seat is empty evermore, except birds from land and shore. They perch on it as if ever low, around a birdly throne once more.
Dude, Where's My Wallet? Death's Throne. Episode 1, The River of Souls. Blackness.
I built a gate.
The sound of a bubbling brook. But instead of water, it sounds like thousands of tiny muffled screams. A bell rings. It sounds like a cheap alarm clock from 1994. Before kings decided they were gods, before stars realized that they were just expensive gas, and before the first creature developed the foresight to be terrified of the dark, there was a river. A river that didn't have the decency to have a beginning or an end. The River of Souls. It looked suspiciously like a sewer drain, but with better lighting. All things end up here. The saints, the tyrants, the children, and that one guy who invented the pop-up ad. The river doesn't care. It's a civil servant. It just processes the paperwork. Sitting on a damp stone slab is Death. He's dressed in a world's best dad apron that has seen better millennia. He's currently struggling to get a stubborn tea stain out of his robe. Beside him is a black iron kettle. It's whistling a tune that sounds suspiciously like hot cross buns. And besides the river sits one who has never known rest. Death himself. A glowing soul, dimming like a cheap LED, drifts up.
Name?
I had many. I was an architect, a lover, a
Fine. John it is.
Eldon.
Alden, John. Got it.
Death drops Alden into the kettle. The kettle makes a sound like a blender hitting a spoon. Death pours the liquid into a chipped mug.
Kindness given freely. Regrets regarding that time you accidentally joined a pyramid scheme in the mid-'80s. A balanced, if slightly embarrassing color.
So, do I go to heaven?
Heaven? Don't flatter yourself.
Then what lies ahead?
Head, behind. Does it really matter?
Death blows on the fire as the soul boils in his kettle and screams. Its vapor drifts over the river.
Heaven.
The next soul arrives. It flickers with an annoying strobe light frequency.
Name?
Does it matter? I was a warlord. I crushed nations.
Another John. Floating in a stream of sludge like a discarded gum wrapper.
No, it's Kevin.
Death tosses Kevin into the kettle. The steam rises, smelling distinctly of burnt hair and arrogance.
Battlefields, burning homes, a child crying. Wow, you're a real prick, Kevin.
No, I was doing it for the greater good.
Greater good of what? Not your soul, clearly.
I refuse to go. I earned glory and rebirth.
Oh, don't you worry, my lad. Your rebirth shall be glorious.
Death blows on the fire as the soul screams. A black vapor drifts over the river. A tiny flickering light arrives. Death immediately puts his tea down. He looks genuinely worried about the kettle's temperature.
Name?
Where am I?
You're early. The schedule is a mess today.
Did I do something wrong?
Wrong, right. It's all boiled in this place. I've been here since before the first of me, but decided to stop being single-celled. And I still don't have a clue to what the point is. You didn't do anything. The universe just has a terrible sense of humor.
Will I be alone?
This is the best I can do. You'll be alone, but filled with time and essence.
Death grimaces and blows on the fire. It hums a soft melody, unheard by Death. Its silver vapor drifts over the river. Centuries pass. Death is now wearing a headset, looking like he's handling a high-stress call center.
Yes, your life was mediocre, yes. No, I'm sorry, you can't talk to a manager. You were boring at best.
He paused, he watches, he weighs. The work never ended, which is a shame, because Death really wanted to learn the flute.
If I quit, does everybody just stop dying, or do they all just pile up here like uncollected trash?
He sighs, a sound that vibrates the very stones of the riverbed. For the first time, he looks genuinely bored by the heat death of the universe.
Maybe I should try decaf.
Time to wait for it. Have my medals pine to it, so here I wait and always sit. As to the mansion, a garden could fit behind the gate. Just a little bit, I hear it rains quite a bit. Dreams so grand, flowers dancing quick. A frog would do, just swish and flick. Wonder just a little bit. Hope some more, see the trick. Listen to the waves and hear the smiles click.